Don't forget to use headphones. So, alright class, this was the class for today, and you don't have to worry about it until you graduate. But in any case, I know this class is boring for you. It's not that interesting a class, but it is essential. So I hope that you guys, all of you, can study all of what we saw here, and that you can remember everything, and that no one will have any trouble in the tests to come, including the final exam, which is near. Okay? Great. So, class dismissed. You're free to go. I'll do my teacher duties right here. Who is this that I see approaching? I'm just gonna pretend I don't see them. Yes, I know she's there. Hey! Hey, what's the matter? What's going on? Why do you come here after class? I thought people were already leaving. Ah, you wanted to ask me something. Well, of course, I am a teacher. Damn. I am the teacher, and I'm here for you if you need any information. So, what extra information do you need from me? Not information, then what is it that you want? Is it like... Oh, it is kind of information, but not really. Information on what, then? Information on... Oh, well, that's something else. Information on how to get better grades without studying, you say. Well, I would say that the primary source of, good grades is studying and knowing the, subject at hand. Is this because of my class? Is this because it is too boring and you want to have like a fun little method? Like, the bone song with biology and all that. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to break it to you, honey, but there's nothing like that for this course. Don't be looking so sad, my dear. No, it's only a matter of remembering things. I wouldn't say there is a method as catchy as a song for this subject, but depends on what you are more keen to. Maybe you will have a method of your own, and then you can learn and maybe even teach that method to some other person in the future. If it works, of course. Only if it works. Oh, it's not a method that you want, then what is it that you want? What other way can you get better grades? Well, studying is the first one, I already said that, but you want something else. Of what nature is this something else? Okay. Now it gets interesting, it seems. You want to do anything for better grades. Is that something that I understand correctly? Oh, but my dear student cannot be wondering that. That is not very cash money of them. I know I already said that joke in another video, but anyway, that could be arranged. But, first of all, I have to break it to you. You're not a very good student. Yeah, I know you already knew that, but it's an important thing to highlight before we even start doing anything that you think we will be doing. Because we might. You're a bad student. Bad student. You don't have good grades. You've never had good grades. But at least on the other subjects, on the other classes with other professors, you are not so bad. You're only doing poorly on my class, and one other, I believe, but that one other doesn't really matter. It's not such a bad grade, not as this class, anyway. What do you say then? Are you ready to be a better student? Are you ready to do anything as you said for a better grade? Huh? What is that? Anything that you refer to? I don't want to get things wrong, It's not very good for this college to do this kind of thing. You can't just advertise doing anything as a method to have extra credit now, can we? This stays between us, I know, of course. But of course it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to high five at night? Would you like us to do some elastic bed jumping after school hours? Maybe you want to do some coordinated dance together? We can enter a competition if you like. We can read a book with a lot of pictures and follow the instructions if you want. If you know what I mean. We can hand hold all the time you want. Depends on what you want, my dear. I could clean your ears like last video. Go check it out. Link in the description. You could do anything with me. We can go ride horses like the song. What was it called? I don't even remember anymore. You make me forget. You're a bad student. All those grades in red. And you're willing to turn them green? Weird sight. It's not usual. Very, very unusual indeed. That a student is willing to do all that and more. All the high-fiving, all the hand-holding and elastic bed jumping in the world. Just for a better grade, because you know you need it to pass the class. Interesting. A lot of extracurricular activities you are suggesting. Very, very interesting. They are indeed. Oh. So you want me to teach you Spanish some other time? Like I did in that other video, I see. I mean, that other class. Well, that could be arranged. Maybe I will bump up the difficulty and only speak Spanish. That way you can learn much faster. Is that something that you want? Is that something you're interested into? Just to better your grades, of course. I see. So, español será. ¿Algún día de estos? Algún día de estos te enseño todo lo que quieras saber. Pero esta clase is not about that. It's not about Spanish, no. It's about something much more boring and less suggestive, of course. So boring, I know, but important. So please, don't only do whatever you want to do with me, but also study. It's important. It's all fun and games, I know, until you want to apply the things that you learned in college. So, don't only stick with this plan. You're a bright alumni. You're a bright student. You know that. Only with the exception of this class you're not passing. So please, study. Do it. Do it for me. Do it now. And then we can have some other extracurricular activities. Regardless of that. Maybe I can still bump up your grades a bit more. Not too much. But first, you need to study, okay? Take care of yourself. I'll take care of you afterwards. Does that sound like a deal to you? Does that sound something like something you can get behind? I hope it is, because that is my requirement. Of course, there must be something in it for me, and not only the sensation. No, I do this because I want you to succeed. You're amazing, an amazing student. Lackluster, yes, in some areas, but you're amazing anyway. You can leave now. We'll arrange things afterwards. But first, I want an A grade. Next quiz. From you. Maybe a B+ will suffice for now. Just to start. But I want you to get better, okay? No. Get out that door and don't close it, please. Thank you, honey. My dear. Bye-bye. Anyway, back to my boring teacher things. Oh, and by the way, to whoever is listening, and I doubt anyone's listening in this empty classroom anymore, but there's a much more spicy version, much spicier version of this on our own Patreon. So subscribe to Patreon, join the Discord server.